Hey, how's it going, Facebook family and friends? Haven't done a video in a while. Granted, it's not nothing I ever schedule or really put much thought into it, unless I feel drawn or feel led to share. I know that God has to help me in these videos, and without Him, I can't do anything. So I hope He helps me here. I hope He lets me get this point across and tie all this together, and I have complete faith and trust that these messages and videos go to who they're supposed to. I know that He's in control and that He has a plan for everybody. And, if my plan or my purpose is to do little videos like this from time to time, if that's the way He wants to use me, then so be it, because I owe Him everything. This verse keeps coming to me, and I read it last night, and me and my wife talked about it briefly on the way to church. And I've kept coming back to it multiple times tonight, and I sat down to read, and I found myself not really being able to focus much. You can't just sit down and read the Word like you read any other book. He's got to help you. But I kept coming back to the Scripture, and I feel like it'll help somebody. I know it's helped me. I never read it before until last night, but it's in the book of Acts, chapter 4, verse 13. I'm going to read it to you twice, so in case I fumble the words or you don't hear me clearly. Book of Acts, chapter 4, verse 13, King James Version. Now when they saw the boldness of Peter and John and perceived that they were unlearned and ignorant men, they marveled and took knowledge of them that they had been with Jesus. Read it one more time. Now when they saw the boldness of Peter and John and perceived that they were unlearned and ignorant men, they marveled and took knowledge of them that they had been with Jesus. And there's just a couple words there that pop out to me, and it just kind of spoke volumes to me. It's a very powerful scripture, and my heart's just overflowed today, just thinking, He's given me some good thoughts on the scripture. And just a couple of those words like boldness and the unlearned and ignorant, and that they had been with Jesus. To be bold is to be unashamed and unembarrassed, to be confident, to have zero doubt, to have faith and step out on your beliefs and just stand up for what's right. And when I got thinking about that unlearned and ignorant, I've never been an educated man. I've kind of struggled throughout my high school and stuff, and kind of barely got by and went straight to the military. Didn't go to college, don't have no kind of degree or anything. Not been one you call on for help, for problem solving. The Lord just didn't bless me with a lot of brains. I mean, I'm not ashamed to say I'm not the smartest man out there. I have no shame in that. He made me the way He wants me to be, but and I got to thinking about my life before Him, where He's brought me from and where I could be. And I always want to be found bold. I always want to be talking about Him and trying to encourage others about this gift that He has to offer, about this man named Jesus and all the great things He's done in my life. And, I was unlearned and I was ignorant. I lived a life full of sin, drinking and cussing, partying, putting beer in my cup around my kids, thinking they didn't know what Daddy was doing, and quick to anger with them and quick to lose my cool and not have any patience, and just a wicked life, a very unhappy life. I thought all my answers were in a bottle, but unlearned and ignorant, it says. And the smartest thing I ever did was when He called my name, I ran to Him, and He saved my soul in October 2015, and my life ain't been the same since the moment it happened. And He's created a new man. The old me died, and I thank Him every day, multiple times a day. But that part, that end of the verse there says, they took knowledge that they had been with Jesus. And that's the thought I wanted to share is, my pastor always says this, and it always sticks with me, and I love it. It says, you ain't got to wear a I Love Jesus t-shirt for someone to know that you got Jesus in your heart. I want to live a life, I want to walk and talk to where people know that I've been with Jesus. Me and Jesus, He's my best friend. He's always there for me. He's never let me down. I've not been disappointed in Him once. And I don't just have to be at church to hang out with Him. I get to hang out with Him all the time. If I get my heart right, He can be in the work truck with me, and He can be when I'm cutting grass or washing dishes right here grilling, or I want to live a life. I want to walk and talk for Him. I want people to know that there's something different about me. They might not be able to put their finger on it, but I want them to look at me and think there's something different. And it is the difference. He's the difference maker. He's the way maker. He's the only way. So I don't know. I mean, I've never shared Bible scripture like this before. So It says, now when they saw that the boldness of Peter and John and perceived that they were unlearned and ignorant men, they marveled and took knowledge of them that they had been with Jesus. Live a life so that others around you. I heard the quote one time, it was like, live a life so non-believers start to doubt their non-belief. And he doesn't call the qualified, he qualifies the called. He's a good God. So grateful for my relationship with him. I'm not a smart man. I'll never make a lot of money. I'll never be famous. I'll never be on a billboard. This world don't know me. I'm just an average old blue-collar boy that did a couple years in the Army and trying to raise a family the right way and try to live for him. But live a life so they know that you have been with Jesus. We ain't been with him physically, but we're going to one day. Let your light shine. Be bold. Be unashamed. Now more than ever, there's so much at stake. There's lost souls leaving this world every day, lost and undone without God, spending eternity in hell. And we want to act like we're too good, or we got better things to do, or we want to just have some mediocre prayer life. Let's get to business. Let's get serious. Let's get concerned. Let's live a life so that they know that we have been with Jesus and that they can have him too. I love you guys. God bless you.